I love that we have a glaive fighter. Glaives are like one of my favorite weapons, just IRL, because they're so gorgeous.
Yes, they're so pretty. I love them.
High five.
Hell yeah. I was watching something about them and they're like, it's okay if you're short. I'm like, thank you.
Welcome to City and Snow, an actual play RPG podcast utilizing D&D 5th edition. I'm Lizzie, your combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. And my pronouns are she, her.
Hello, my name is Lane. I'm she. I go by she, her. And I play Hannah Mothwatcher, who's a half-elf champion fighter. She's irritated, pissed off, and confused, and she also uses she, her pronouns.
Hi, I'm Izzy, they, them. I play Yor, a tiefling paladin, and last time they became really good at troll wrangling.
Hi, I'm Anna. She, her. I play Ilivara, the deep elf blood hunter, who is also confused, and she uses she, her.
I'm Miranda. I use they, them pronouns, or he, him pronouns. I play Six, the Tabaxi sorcerer, who last time continued his habit of reading monsters' minds, and he uses he, him pronouns.
So, last time, the party encountered some monsters in the darkness underneath the keep. They're exploring in some caverns under one of the towers of Fort Waterdown. Six did some magical brain squishing. Yor and Six wrangled some beasties with some jerky. Ilivara held the line and made sure nothing got out. And Lane got frustrated because there's a lot of conflicting...
I got frustrated?
I'm sorry, Hannah got frustrated. Because there was a lot of conflicting information. Which is understandable. Afterwards, when they were able to shut the trolls back down in the basement, they ran to go see Carpathius, who has neatly ordered the washroom. What would you all like to do? Where do we see your characters now?
Hannah's still in the same place she was before. She's sitting on the floor, great sword out, because she just showed Carpathius it's covered in troll blood, and she's just being a bit, like, pissed off, maybe?
Is she like one of those quiet anger type of people?
I think so.
Okay.
Ilvar is still just hovering at the entrance to the room. Just kind of like, are we going back down? What's happening?
Six is beaming and looking triumphant. I don't remember what, if anything, I was in the middle of doing at the end of last session, but...
I think you had described, you and Yor had described what the monsters were, and Carpathius was confused.
Okay.
Carpathius was confused, so... yeah.
Yeah, so... Six is just, like, after finishing that description, he's beaming, like, doesn't really quite pick up right now that most people are confused about what's happening. Just feeling good about what happened.
I mean, he definitely noticed Hannah, like, sat up against the wall, like...
Well, he notices it. He just doesn't, like... There's no...
doesn't connect it, like...
It's not connecting in his brain. Just sort of, like, notices it.
Whoa, how big did you say these were? That's Carpathius trying to get any detail. He has found a seat and he's starting to dig through his messenger bag.
I don't know.
Oh, they were good and properly Troll-sized, that is. I would say. If I had to.
Troll-sized.
7-8 feet tall? I'm not... Why is no one telling us? No one let me know. In the middle of the combat, and in the middle of protecting you lot, you suddenly switch to trying to befriend them? What? No one told me.
Oh. Pardon me. I did not realize we were... it was all non-verbal communication. Hannah, I'm sorry.
Wasn't use some as a non-verbal communication on me.
Okay.
I know you can do the same with the minds.
Okay. Well, I can only do it so many times per day, Hannah. You know how it is. Oh, no, you don't. But, I can't it's not a cantrip. It's not a cantrip, Hannah. I can't just cast it willy-nilly.
She's not going to answer that. She's just going to go back to just,
And we weren't trying to befriend them. No, we were just trying to peacefully extract ourselves from the situation.
But now what?
That's a good question.
Carpathius goes, aha! And digs out a pretty sizable book and then a smaller book. And he goes to hand it out to someone. Is anyone going to take this book? The larger book?
Ooh, you
Sure.
want to take that book. What's the book?
Okay,
we
you're
both
first.
take the book.
Yeah.
Yor can take the big book.
This is a practical travel guide to Western Tor. And Carpathius starts flipping through the smaller book, which doesn't have a title, but has a lot of pictures in it.
Six is gonna just sort of stand behind Carpathius and read over his shoulder.
It looks like a bird guide, but to different types of people, monsters, giants, etc. So he's going, okay, so the thing is that there are a few different types of trolls, but none of them really live.
Do you want me to go and show you them?
In the... Yeah. Wait. Is it safe?
No. No, it is not. I would not suggest we go down there again.
Can you tell which one is by that? And she just points at I just point at the great sword on the ground with swathed in blood.
Well, I can tell it's a troll. If anyone would like to make an investigation check, this is the time.
Let me see what my investigation is.
I have ranks in that. Well, I still suck. I rolled a 10.
Darn. And you have a 4 in it, too.
Oh, wait, I don't have any faith, but I'll try. Oh, okay, well, it's a 20 plus 1.
Jesus Christ.
Beautiful.
Yor knows how to investigate something. What are we doing?
Yor can read books.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I think with a nat 20, I think you have your own copy of this book at home. I think you have a copy of A Practical Travel Guide to Western Tor that you use to travel. A lot of nifty tips in there about road usage and average price of ferry trips and such. So it's been pretty great. And you know exactly where the dangers on the road section is. And that's where they describe different types of monsters that you might encounter and how to best run away from them. So in that book, what you find is that there are a few different types of trolls in Western Tor. And from what you saw, you're able to figure out that these are lesser trolls. They're closer to the hills area of Western Tor rather than the cold Arctic northern part or the mountainous regions. But generally, they're not very common in this particular reason by Elthana's stand. So for these monsters to be here, that means that they have moved or traveled a fair enough distance from upstream up the river. I feel like there should be more for a nat 20 investigation check, but
No, that's quite a lot.
yeah, yeah.
That's good stuff.
It's kind of like a birding book where you can see like, oh, this is the average range of these trolls, and
Oh, yeah, that's very Yor to have this book on hand.
yeah.
Very cute.
Yor probably knows the name of every single little inn along like 2 roads in Tor, so yeah.
This is a very fortuitous nat 20, because now it's like characterizing Yor as having all this knowledge.
Is your reading out loud?
Oh, yes. Yes, they flip very masterfully to this page that we need, like, aha. And they relay what it says about them. And they advise that we don't let them know that we call them lesser trolls.
Yes, that would be wise, but they don't speak common, so have I told you all exactly what I saw when I peered into the troll's squishy mind?
No, because you didn't tell me anything.
Squishy?
Oh,
Excuse me?
okay. So obviously, I got caught up in my own vision. I am thankful that we were able to coordinate something. It really was miraculous when you think about it. But okay, so what I saw when I peered into the troll's mind is they were a family. One of them was a baby, and they were just scared because the last time outsiders had come to their cave, they had been hurt. It was horrible. Like, I can't describe it. But they had reason to be scared, and I just didn't think it right that we should intrude upon their sanctum and murder them all. I know they're just trolls and scarcely smarter than your average animal, but it still didn't feel right. They have feelings. They have family. I think those are things we should respect.
Somber silence.
Yeah?
So I'm sorry that I have taken this long to explain all this to all of you. I got lost in the moment.
Well, we can't communicate with them directly.
Yes, and it's hard to remember that you're all not on the same page as me during those moments. Like I said, it's just a miracle we managed as we did.
Six basically saying, I'm sorry you guys aren't as awesome as I am.
Okay, but Hannah's stupid enough to think that's a genuine apology. So she's gonna like stand up, pick her sword up, sheath it, and just put her hand on Six's shoulder and go, "It's okay, just don't do it again." And sit back down.
Don't do the silent switcheroo again. Yes. Yeah? What am I not
Just
doing
nods.
again?
And she looks a lot happier now.
What am I not doing again?
Not telling me.
Okay.
You explained your reasons, so that's good.
Okay. I will do my best to not do that again.
Ilavara is just like arms crossed. Still seems confused, mostly because this situation hasn't been resolved exactly. So they're down there. What do we do about it?
We could wait and see if they leave. They might actually do that since they know that we're in the area. If they want to avoid another confrontation.
Didn't you shut them in?
We did shut them in.
So how can they leave?
Well, if there's further in the cave, if there's more tunnels with more exits.
It might be the case that they're not... It looks like their natural range doesn't extend to here. So I wonder if there's a troll conservation group that we could find. I don't know if setting them loose in the wrong environment might be a little bit of trouble.
Yes! I love it! That's so good!
Oh, good. Where do we find such a thing?
This is in character.
I don't know.
This is in character. He's just like...
You have someone who lives in the world you can try to ask.
Oh yeah, Carpathius, is this a thing that I made up?
Did I speak a reality into being?
I want it to exist.
We can speak to the Rangers Guild, I guess. They would normally handle this type of problem.
Yay!
Well, cool.
I just made a Rangers Guild that's basically the magic catch and release for the city. Rangers Guild, now in notes.
Amazing.
Awesome, love it.
What world building?
It's great. I love it.
So,
where should we go next?
Carpathius, do you happen to know if there is another exit to the cave? If the trolls can leave?
I have never seen this cave, so...
you haven't found a map or anything, I guess.
Oh,
Okay.
No, I haven't found a
Okay.
map.
Okay. Well.
So if this Rangers Guild is the next step, I think learning what Six has learned from the Manticores, we go there next, I suppose. I'm not the thinker here. I know I'm not as smart as you lot, so I'm trusting you to lead the way here.
Hannah, don't say that. You're smart with your sword.
It's true, I
You're
know
smart with your sword. I can't wield a sword.
Yes, you can. And she just hooks like a short sword off her belt and tries to hand it over.
So, let's see. What is Six's strength here? Six is gonna try to hold the sword. It's a...
She literally just hands this short sword over to you and it's like, it's easy.
I rolled a 4 in strength.
Yeah, you try to wield the
I just
sword. Carpathius goes, whoa.
He just drops to the floor with the weight of it.
The picture
Hannah's eyes
Hannah,
are just she's actually physically shocked that you could fuck up something so easy.
So there you go.
I feel like you handed him the sword and it just fell. You did
It's a
clang.
Did a gravity there.
Okay, well, if you ever want to learn, I can try and teach you.
No. I read books. You wield swords. Like I said, you're smart. Just not the same way we're smart. And it's fine. It's fine. I wish you all didn't have to see that, but I hope you feel better about yourself, Hannah. I really hope you do.
No. Why would I?
Because you...
I don't want to humiliate you.
Oh, no. No. I'll get over it. My ego, whatever. But
It's very big, yes, I know.
Ilvara looks so amused at this.
not so big.
This is a great back and
Not so
forth. I
bad.
agree.
As a point, I believe everyone else is very able to wield a sword, except for
6.
except for Six. Very capable of wielding his sword.
I just want you to know that you're good at something that I'm not good at. It's. I don't want you to feel bad.
She just looks like she's thinking inwardly and just goes, okay. Picks up the sword and goes back and sits down.
What you just did is very special. Not everyone can do that.
What?
It takes a lot of skill.
Clearly.
Yes. I have claws, by the way, so
Okay.
I don't.
I know.
I've never needed a sword. I've got 12 of them.
Okay, what are we doing? Where are we going? What are we doing? We could be here forever.
Okay, I think that's the end scene there, but
Yes. And no. That's the new scene marker.
so anyway, we were discussing the Rangers Guild.
Yes.
It doesn't seem like the trolls are gonna go anywhere. So we could either, I guess, try to continue with another area if there is more to look there instead, or we could scoot past them. Or how do we want to get word to them as soon as possible? Or
How are you asking me?
No, get word to the Rangers Guild
Oh.
that there are trolls here.
Yes.
Do you think they have really big, those trapezoidal, cat catchers? So,
just put it on their big friggin' head.
my gosh.
I'm just thinking, we came here, we were hired to clear this place out, right?
That is correct, says Carpathius.
Oh, I wasn't speaking in character, but that's okay.
Okay. I was. No.
Well, that's fine. Just pretend
Yeah.
that Six talks like a normal person for a second. Yeah, so yes. So getting in touch with the Rangers Guild should be our next step because they can really help us clear out the tunnels underneath, right? They can help us get rid of the remaining monsters, assuming the trolls are the only ones.
Okay, Carpathius is going to get out the clipboard he's been using and a brightly covered post-it right on top, or the medieval equivalent of that, and write, Contact Rangers Guild.
Do we have an owl or something?
I didn't make a high-level wizard here, guys. There's no sending.
Well, I guess we've cleared one part of it. I guess it's time to go around the rest.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want me to join you? Because I'm basically all finished in here.
Yes. Why not?
That would be a good idea.
Okay.
I can protect you, and you can see firsthand the kind of things we're going up against at this point.
Right. Okay, I'll stay behind you with the armor. And, let's lead the way.
So Hannah's going to try and do that.
Okay, where do you want to go?
And explore any part of the keep that we haven't done yet.
Okay.
We've got those double doors that we saw, or go along the parapet bridge.
Yeah, so that double door is across from the tower where you found the stairs to the basement. And that is the entrance to the larger tower at the north of the keep. And there's a parapet in the east on the river side, overlooking the river.
Well, I think we're going to head there then.
Yeah.
Are we all coming?
We're coming.
Okay.
Six motions to Carpathius and says, "You better not stand right behind Hana. After all, I stand all the way in the back because you know how us magic users are. You can hang out here with me, if that's okay."
Yeah. We're headed towards those double doors.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. They are both slightly ajar. How would you like to approach?
Same as before. Hannah's well, not exactly the same as before, but Hannah's gonna walk up to it, hand on the handle,
Okay.
and just push forward while sticking her head in and looking around.
Okay. It's actually a pretty heavy door, but Hannah's good at this, and is particularly good at handling heavy things. So the double doors are closed, and when you open them, you finally let in some amount of sunlight. The hall is very tall. It's almost 2 stories tall. To your right and to your left are staircases that go up to a second floor, and you can see a bit of a balcony up there. And there's a door to the right and to the left across from the double doors. The whole thing is, what do you say, maybe 50 feet by 40 feet, so it is easily one of the biggest rooms you've seen in this area. It is completely littered with statues. The air smells like plaster and clay drying. There are shelves to your left full of clay models. There are barrels and crates full of broken pieces, rubble, and dust. And the floor is absolutely covered in plaster and dust. Some barrels contain pieces of sculpture that look almost like a person, and the clay sculptures are almost all, they're either full figurines at a small scale, or they are 1-to-1 scale humanoid details. The staircase on the left, it was a wooden staircase, but it looks like it took a substantial amount of fire damage. It is no longer burning, but it is completely burnt out. And there is a lot of soot on the stone wall behind it. There are a couple of bodies around. Looks like most of them were killed by the First Bastion Mercenary Company. There's evidence of a fight all around.
Are we all in the room at this point?
Are you?
I don't know. I'm behind whoever is.
Well, yeah, Hannah would have walked in anyway.
Okay.
Okay, what would you like to do?
She's going to turn around to everyone and just say, "So, a fight broke out here. I think that if those staircases, how localized is the burn around the staircases? Is it just the staircases that have been hit?"
It is not just the staircases. It looks like a whole area got smacked with either a fireball or a line of fire, something like that. and the staircase is a byproduct of that attack.
But you said they were both hit, right?
One has some amount of damage, and the other is almost fully demolished.
Yes.
And the one with a small amount of damage is on the opposite side of the room and would not have been hit by the same spell.
I think that maybe this burn is a little more controlled. Whatever fight happened in here, maybe they wanted to stop people going up a floor. I'm not sure.
You said there's bodies here?
Yes.
Oh, what's up with them?
They are wearing some armor, and it looks like they were armed with a short sword and a crossbow.
This is different from the sculptures, then.
Different from the sculptures, yes.
To die in the art room.
They're similar to the bodies you saw out in the courtyard, so they're outfitted about the same, but there isn't a formal uniform or anything like that.
I was gonna have Six walk in and, look for a sculpture's nose, like a human nose or a pair of breasts to pretend to wear, but now that seems very inappropriate.
Maybe.
And the bodies will really kill that.
He's not going to do that out of respect for the dead.
Okay.
So I think our first port of call should be to look on the second floor. But that's just what I think. This is a group effort.
That sounds like a great idea. So Six is just going to be like, I'm with Hannah.
Yeah, Hannah's just waiting for confirmation on what everyone else wants to do, so...
Sounds good to me.
Six just, starts up a chant. Hannah! Hannah!
So, Hannah's heading up the stairs first?
Yep.
Okay. This is going to sound like a trick question, but are you going on the stairs that are falling apart, or on the stairs that are only slightly falling apart?
On the ones that are only slightly damaged.
Okay. Could I get a dexterity saving throw from Hannah?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Is everyone just Hannah?
Well, Hannah's going first, so...
Okay.
Yeah, I got a 10.
Okay. 10 doesn't do it. Could I get an acrobatics check, please?
Oh no.
23.
Ooh, okay, amazing. So Hannah...
Is your behind Hannah?
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I thought our lineup would be. Okay.
Yes, give me a marching formation.
Carpathius, get off the wall.
Carpathius is at the back.
He just starts climbing up the wall.
He had spider climb the whole time. Yeah, so Hannah with a 10, it's not just that you lose your footing, it's that the stair crumbles beneath the foot of you in your full armor. Doesn't help. But you manage to save yourself pretty well. Manage to completely be able to save yourself. And you're able to make sure that no one else has the same fate.
Second floor plan's gone. As she just looks at the crumbled staircase now.
Oh, it's not the whole staircase isn't crumbled. One step. One of the steps, yeah.
Now she's going back up again then.
Okay, so you're skipping the step.
Yep.
Okay. Could I get a perception check from everyone, please?
Perception.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
Nope.
Got a 14.
Got a 6.
7.
13.
Yours busy turning to Ilivara and about the statue. They gesture to it looking backwards and they say, "They did not statues this life, but they are here."
Ilvara just looks at Yordles like straight in the face, no emotion whatsoever, and then sighs.
Your thinks the sigh is a great response.
I'm just gonna have Six look clueless too. Then he didn't hear it. It was just a moment between Yor and Ilvara. That's what he thinks. Those two lovebirds. How cute.
Something cats and birds. Okay, so a 14 and a 13. With a 14 and a 13, you'll notice on the way up. The only thing maybe slightly out of place you notice is that the banisters at the top of the stairs on that little landing, on the balcony or landing overlooking the hall, a lot of them have arrows in them. They all are kind of the same looking arrow, but you're not taking a close look, and it's just like, oh yeah, right, arrows, battle, okay, check.
Carpathians, get over here.
He was staring at his statue.
Attaboy.
Aw.
Contemplating yours joke. Did we make it over the broken stair?
Yes. Yeah, you do.
Because I'm in full plate, I didn't.
Well, you did, but then maybe you got
but...
stuck and you were just like a can getting wedged somewhere.
Yeah.
Got yourself out.
Okay.
But Ilvara would help Yor over, just offering a hand or something.
Yeah. Aw.
You're so sweet.
No more jokes, please.
Oh my god. I can't promise that.
So there are two small windows at either end of this walkway. On the second floor, there is a wooden balustrade. Balcony? Is balustrade the right word?
I don't know. Sounds good to me.
Either balustrade or balustrade. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not. It's railing. It's railing. Balustrade is when it's all fancy, but it's not. It's very utilitarian.
Okay.
Railing. And there is a hallway about halfway through that Hannah is looking down. And this hallway contains a bunch of rubble. It looks like someone just made an absolute mess. There is a door on the right, there's a door on the left, and there is a door at the end of the hall.
So is the rubble blocking my path, or could I just walk around it?
It is blocking your path, but you could try to move it if you wanted to.
Yeah, she's gonna turn to Yor and go, help me move some of this rubble?
Heck yeah.
So I'm gonna try and start moving it out of the way of doorways, just so people can get to it.
Okay, that's going to be no problem. Because I believe both of you are both very strong. And this isn't... This is like someone threw a barrel down here type stuff. There's a bookshelf that's been tilted over into the hallway. So it is an absolute mess with a lot of little bits. What are Ilvara and Six doing?
Let's see. I guess I'm up at the top. I don't know. Just go take a look. Maybe look at the state of this staircase, the other ruined one from the top here.
Yeah.
Six is gonna look out this little window.
Ilvar, are you investigating? Are you just taking a quick look-see? So roll an investigation.
Oh, that's an 8.
Yeah.
Yep, that's ruined.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There's really nothing that you can figure out with an 8 that you didn't really already know. If anything, you probably say to yourself, well, I guess if this is probably not like the original staircase, because a wood staircase wouldn't really last for hundreds of years. That's about the extent of what you can figure out.
Cool.
Putting together pieces of different things you've learned. And Six is looking out the window?
Yeah. Is it like a little, it's like a murder hole or something? Or is it like a full window?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a murder hole for archers that are looking north.
Murder.
I know. Yeah, and this is similar to a lot of the other murder holes you've seen around the area.
So I just peer out.
Mm-hmm. It's still snowy out there.
Nice.
It's very bright. Okay, so Hannah and you have...
I'm just gonna head up to the door on the left, see if it's locked first.
Okay, it is not locked.
Yeah, and I'll just open it however way it is, push or pull, and
Okay,
again peek my head in.
it's a push.
So I'll push it and peek my head in.
So the room you see on the left has a door on the opposite side, another murder hole on the opposite side, and a couple of bunks. These bunks do not look ancient. They look like someone used them once. More recently than hundreds of years ago. There is supplies for archers. So this looks like a general type of guard room / barracks.
Take my head back out, turn to Yoran to go, barracks, bedrooms, I'm going to see if there's any crossbow bolts in there, and I'm going to go back in and look for crossbow bolts.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you there are crossbow bolts, but I want you to do an investigation check to tell me how long it takes you to find those crossbow bolts.
10 minus 1, 9.
Okay. So it does take you a solid couple of minutes of just... I don't think Hannah's really the type of person to wreck shit to look for something, but
Nope.
You know, maybe they were out
She's
in
not
the open.
careful, but she's not,
Yeah.
like, disrespectful either.
I think they were someplace a little obvious, but you were looking in the wrong place first.
Yeah, so how many do I get?
Aren't they sold in packs of, I want to say 20 or 40? I actually have a player's handbook in front of me.
I thought you were going to say, I actually have crossbow bolts.
No. Not today. So crossbow bolts come in groups of 20. And this is a room, I mean, there are 2 beds, so it's not like there are 8 beds and each person has their own. I'm going to say you find 2 sets of crossbow bolts, so 40 bolts.
Hell yeah. So, like, as you'll hear, like, Hannah kind of, like, searching around, so there's lots of, like, metal and wood moving sounds, and as your, like, watches, she just comes out with, like, a big handful, like, 2 armfuls of crossbow bolts, and goes, next room.
I think the proper term is a bushel.
She just comes out with, like, two huge, like, just arms completely full, and goes, next room, you do next one.
Oh boy. What will I find for me?
Carpathius makes it up the stairs and is looking down over the room. So, which room are you going to?
Should we go further, or are we lateral, or dealer's choice?
It's your... I don't know, where would you go?
Well, the door's right here. I'll open the one on the right-hand side of the hall.
Okay. So, you are trying to open the door to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That one is locked.
Oh. What kind of lock? From this side? Other side?
Oh, it is... That's a good question, actually. No, it's definitely locked from the outside.
Try Hannah. She's our skeleton key.
Hannah's just watching you watching the door. Like, she's got her handful, like 2 handfuls of crossbow bolts. She's happy. So she's like in the doorway, just watching.
Okay. It is a locked door. What do you want to do?
Bust it down.
Yeah.
Wait, did anyone have lockpicks or anything?
I have claws, but that didn't work so
You
well.
hurt yourself last time.
Yeah.
Well, not hurt, but...
I broke a nail.
Oh.
Where?
Could I use my alchemist kit to make like an acid we could use, and then Hannah could break it down?
That sounds like it will take a little. but feel free to.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
I think Hannah can do it on her own.
Gonna say that sounds like a to-do.
Well, you need to tell her because she's just standing in the doorway because no one's told her anything.
Hannah, you warmed up the lock for me last time. Would you like to do so?
Sure. Just takes the crossbow bolts and looks at them for a second and puts them in a bag and steps back 5 feet and shoulder checks it. Shoulder checks the door.
There we
Give
go.
me an athletics check.
16.
I think that's going to do it. Let me just double check. Because it is a solid wooden door. So this door flies open. Hannah with it.
She just goes on the floor on the other side. Because she put her entire weight behind her.
It's
Oh,
so
dear.
loud. It's so loud.
Commitment.
Yeah.
She's like 6 with the sword, with how hard she hits the floor.
Such a clang. So, this room is a makeshift library and laboratory.
Cool.
The room is absolutely packed with scrolls, spell ingredients, there's cauldrons, there's all sorts of chemistry and alchemical equipment. There is a small window on the other side lighting things and a bunch of safety candles and weir lights. There's a large desk, and there are a lot of vials full of a lot of different things, including what looks like a dark liquid that Hannah might find familiar because it was all over her sword.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to roll to see if she's actually clever enough to realise that.
Please do. Go for
It
it.
might be wisdom because maybe she can smell it. I don't know.
I'm going to ask for a straight in check.
Okay.
Intelligence?
Yes.
That's a really fucking... Yeah, that's... that. Oh, holy shit.
Whoa.
19 minus 1, 18.
18. Yes, you can definitely figure out that this is the same thing. Hannah's expertise in blood comes in handy.
Wait, can I ask something?
Yes.
When I read The Troll's Mind, didn't I remember something about... I mean, didn't I see something about them getting, injected with something? Or is that just my
yes.
imagination? Okay, so there were needles?
It's not your imagination, but it wasn't injection, it was the other way around.
It was the other way around, so they were drawing blood.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so she immediately kind of pulls herself together, stands up, dusts herself off, looks around at all the books and is like, sees the vial and just puts 2 and 2 together, goes over and picks it up, pokes her head out again and goes, "Troll blood."
Are you okay? Says Carpathius, concerned.
Yes. Why would I not be?
Oh,
She's just holding the vial up and just saying "troll blood."
Oh, troll blood. Okay, I thought you said chocolate, and I was really confused. I was like, what the fuck, Hannah?
No.
troll blood is considered chocolate from wherever Hannah's accent is from. It's fine.
6 hears about the troll blood, and he's just gonna casually mention oh yeah, I think I remember the troll is getting their blood drawn. Oh yeah,
Well, yes, that explains why it's in the vial.
but
What
this
do you
is
want me to do with it?
give it to me. I guess I'll take a look.
Okay, she just hands it to 6.
Okay, so if I wanted to see if there's anything weird I could tell about the blood. Actually, no, never mind. I'm gonna say 6 is gonna smack himself in the head after staring at it for a bit. And he's like, I don't know shit about blood, but you know who does? And he looks immediately at Ilavara. He's like, what can you do with this?
No, she's talking to Olivara, looks at her, well, why would you know a lot about blood?
I'll just take it. I'm not going to answer any questions. I'm just very curiously examining. Can I do like an... Oh god, alchemy's not a skill. Some kind of check to figure out why they had this here. Or if maybe I know automatically since I know mutagens and alchemy.
Oh, like why they would be collecting it? Because Six did just explain that they must have drawn it from the family under the tunnels.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a laboratory that Hannah just walked out of, so you could go in there and have a look around.
Right.
But maybe she remembers, like, what properties troll blood has and why one might be collecting it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Like, what would you make with it?
I would say you would... I would suggest Arcana check, but with advantage.
Okay. I don't have Arcana, but it's alright.
Oh no!
Oh.
But I am an alchemist!
I know you're an alchemist. So, off the bat, with advantage, that is a 4. Total 4. So, off the bat, I think what you're going to say is that you don't know, just from looking at it. From looking at it, you're like, yes, this is blood. Certainly blood. Blood can sometimes be used for magic stuff. And you do know that you don't know what it is, if that helps.
Okay.
I know that might not sound helpful, but, you know.
No, I got it.
Okay.
I got it. She just turns it over in her fingers.
Wait, you're pouring it out?
No, I'm just, like, looking at it.
Oh, okay.
There are multiple vials if you're concerned. Like, there is a small shelf of vials of blood.
Oh, good. Then I can taste this one.
Okay, great.
No, I'm kidding.
I believe we mentioned chocolate, so... Gosh, that would be awful.
Tasty.
Headcanon, troll blood tastes like chocolate.
And that's why they're farming it.
It's so sinister.
We figured out the mystery, you all.
Okay.
But then she will just hand it back.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure what they're using it for. We should take a closer look at their lab.
Yes, perhaps they have some spell books or ingredients, recipes. That's the word I want. Perhaps they have some recipes that call for troll blood in there.
Hannah just points backwards to the laboratory she just came out of. Is Solin there?
Okay, here I go.
Okay.
Yep, I'll go in there too.
What should I roll to be looking for specific recipes or spells?
Investigation check.
Okay. So that's a 6.
You may also make an investigation check, Ilavara.
6 rolled 6.
Yes.
Wow.
I believe we should have a thing for that, right? Some like a snaps or something for when 6 rolls a 6.
He just has a spidey sense in the back of his mind.
I rolled a 22.
Okay.
His 6th sense. It's his 6th sense.
And
oh shit!
A 6 is not going to help, but a 22 is going to help. So I think what happens is that 6 is looking through some of the papers. Doesn't find anything interesting. I think when 6 picks up papers to try to look through them, he reveals the actual thing that's helpful to Ilavara underneath. And that is a spell book.
Yes, I'll flip it open.
And okay. So, what languages do you have?
I speak Undercommon, Common, Elvish, Deep Elvish.
Okay. Don't think it's in any of the languages you speak.
I have Infernal and Draconic, as well as Elvish and Common.
6, do you recognize this script at all?
Gonna squint at it. Do I?
So you do recognize the script of it. The script is Infernal, but the language itself you don't understand.
Oh, interesting.
York could read the script too.
Okay.
Got that tiefling.
Wait, so
Oh, shit.
it's not in infernal language, but it's written in the infernal script.
The script.
Yes.
Okay. Can I attempt to... I just read it phonetically?
I mean, basically, yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Well, this doesn't sound like anything at all.
So, like, just very scary. It's like when Gandalf reads the inscription on the ring.
Yes, so it is a spell book. You do, however, see diagrams, and yeah, so that's a 22 investigation. You do note a lot of the diagrams in there, and you note some of the... How do I explain? It's not that you can read what's happening, it's that you notice that the diagrams are for a very specific kind of ritual.
Can I attempt an Arcana check to recognize it?
Yes.
Cool. Let's see. Oh, I don't have good Arcana. Here goes. 14.
I don't think you can figure out exactly what it is, but you're like, wait, give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception I am pretty good at, but I rolled a 12.
Okay, so what you can tell on it is you're using the different clues of the diagram to figure out the diagram. The scale of the diagram is measured in feet rather than inches, basically, but like fantasy versions. So I guess like cubits rather than finger lengths, right?
Okay, I thought it was gonna be like tentacles or something.
No. So this type of diagram, which is very precise, for this ritual must be done at a scale that is larger than one person in size. Like, not like multiple people have to do the ritual, like the physical inscription that needs to be made must be rather large.
Six is still like standing sort of close to Ilavara, and his ears are still sort of twitching in her face, and then he just sort of looks at her and he's like, do you want to do this? Do you want to do the ritual? Just to see what it does?
What are you talking about?
I know from experience it's a bad idea, but at the same time...
Oh no.
Aren't you tempted? I can read phonetically the script.
No.
For the ritual. All we need to do is draw the shape and see what happens. Okay, fine.
Not to squash Six's diabolical plans to become the new villain, but there are a bunch of ingredients that you can't read. So
curiosity killed the cat anyway.
Accurate.
But something brought it back.
Satisfaction.
Satisfaction,
yeah.
My brain was trying to figure out how satisfaction was a cat pun, but it isn't, so I think my brain went satisfaction, but that's not.
Satisfaction.
That doesn't.
Satisfaction.
Yes.
Satisfaction.
Okay, so
Poor Lane.
yeah.
She's done with us.
Bye.
Yeah, so are you going to take it with you? Or are you going to leave it here? Are you going to take other things with you? What's happening right now?
We might as well take it with us.
Or we could tear out a few pages that look particularly delectable.
Particularly delectable.
Mm-hmm.
I think we just take the whole thing.
Okay, awesome. They're all delectable.
I will hold on to it.
Okay. You have attained item spellbook.
Just kind of give Six a unsure look.
Okay.
He just thinks it's romantic, you know, like in the sense of like
Let's do a seance in the garage.
yeah. He's just like, oh shit, we found a bunch of like arcane symbols. Let's see who we summon with
Oh my
it.
gosh.
I might grow a third sixth toe, but that's okay.
Now we know why 6 is called 6.
AKA a seventh toe.
Oh my gosh.
No, I was born this way.
Okay. What are we up to? Where are we going?
Well, I'm going to put that in my inventory.
Okay.
Spellbook.
Good. Is there anything else that looks interesting on these shelves?
Basically everything. It is essentially a small library.
Okay, can I just take 5 random books to read when I get home?
Yes.
I'm going to watch 6 and just make sure whatever he's grabbing is mostly kosher.
Okay, wait, I'll just like... Can I give them names?
Yes. To an extent.
Okay.
I might have to veto a name depending on if you
extent,
want
okay.
to find the book labeled Lizzie's plot for the game.
While this is all happening,
Yes.
and to give you more time to prepare book names, Hannah's going to the other door.
Okay.
Because everyone's disappeared into the room, she's bored, she's moving on.
Okay.
I'll let you know when I'm done.
This door, could I actually get an athletics check? It has like a barrel against it. Shutting it? Like an extra heavy one?
Oh, then I'm just going to pull out a Morning Star and start smashing it.
Yeah, sure. Smash that barrel. Go for it.
It's sees the barrel and it's like just sees the barrel, and instead of just going up to it, just like pulls out a Morning Star and just starts smashing it.
I love the video game logic, unironically. That's great. Yeah, so you smash it. The door behind it is not locked.
So I open it and go in.
Okay, could I get a dexterity check?
Oh, okay. 8.
Okay, so as you open the door, a small figure runs past, like a flash of magenta hair runs past you, and you're not able to do anything about that.
What?
I do have a heavy crossbow.
You do have a heavy crossbow.
Do I get a look at them?
Yeah, as they run past, they have to run down the hall.
Escapee, refugee, mover. Someone's got on away. I'm chasing.
Okay. I sowed the seeds of my own destruction and have to make a check for them to get down the goddamn stairs.
Carpathia, stop him!
With a natural 2, this creature misses the step and goes absolutely tumbling. And you hear...
I'm like, as they go tumbling, I'm going to literally go down and jump on top of them. Stop them moving.
And you hear, shit! Let's see, I think we're going to do one more attempt.
So I'm going to try and grapple. I'm just going to try and grapple them.
Okay, does a 20 hit your AC?
Yes. But I am trying to grapple.
Okay, so that is an opposed grapple real quick.
Yep. So she has to beat 25. Oh my god.
You rolled a freaking nat 20 on this grapple?
20, yeah.
Yeah, a 19, which is not terrible, is unable to get out of your grasp.
But it doesn't beat a 25.
Uh-huh. A dagger attempts to go through your armor, but your armor is too big for you, so it hits empty space.
And I'm literally just like now lying on top of him, just pinning him to the floor. Help over here, please.
And you just hear, shit! And I think we're gonna call it there. City and Snow is part of Novi Studios and takes place in the setting of Lanamora ages before the events of the Legends of Lanamora podcast. To find more City and Snow content, share your thoughts or predictions, or keep up with the silliness, check out the Twitter account City and Snow. Thanks again to my wonderful players. How can people find you all?
This is Anna, and you can find my illustration work on Twitter at unrulycryptid or annahannon.com. I am also twench on itch.io with several games in development.
I'm Lane. You can find whatever my personal brand is on Line the Order on Twitter, and watch this space because I'm trying to get a small studio together and start some game dev.
I'm Izzy, and you can find me and my art and writings through @SquishyNight on Twitter.
I'm Miranda, and you can find me at Potato Farm on Twitter and itch.io and other places.
I'm Lizzie, and you can find me at Lizzie Burr on Twitter. That's LIZY_BR on Twitter. To check out more shows and streams from Novi Studios, visit novistudio.io. NOVI studio.io. That's all from us. Thank you and have a great day.